Welcome to English Podcast Studio. Today, we're running a speaking practice drill all about traveling. If you're following along, just listen to each question, pause to answer aloud, and then check out our model responses and feedback.
That's right. Treat this as a real speaking test, and don't be afraid to challenge yourself. Let's jump into our first question.
Do you like traveling? Do you like traveling? Pause now and answer.
Absolutely, I love traveling. It's such an exciting way to break out of routine and satisfy my wanderlust. Exploring new destinations always inspires me, and I enjoy every aspect from planning the itinerary to collecting souvenirs. Traveling gives me a sense of freedom and perspective. It allows me to meet people from different cultures, taste local cuisine, and see how daily life varies across countries. I also find that every trip teaches me something new, whether it's learning to navigate a foreign transport system or discovering hidden spots that aren't on the tourist map. Even short weekend getaways help me recharge and come back with fresh energy. Honestly, I think traveling has become a part of who I am, rather than just a leisure activity.
Nicely said. I liked how you used wanderlust, destinations, planning the itinerary, and collecting souvenirs. To take it further, you could use phrases like explore new cultures or feed my sense of adventure. Try something like traveling lets me explore new cultures, which always feeds my sense of adventure. Great. Let's move on to the next question. What kind of places do you like to visit when you travel? What kind of places do you like to visit when you travel? Pause now and answer.
I'm especially drawn to cities with a rich history and lots of heritage sites. I love walking around old neighborhoods, discovering local markets, and visiting iconic landmarks that tell stories about the culture. There's something magical about exploring ancient streets and seeing how modern life blends with the past. I usually spend hours wandering through museums, cathedrals, and old town squares, trying to imagine what life was like centuries ago. Beyond the historical side, I also enjoy talking to local people and hearing the legends or traditions that don't appear in guidebooks. Those small, authentic experiences make each trip unforgettable and give me a deeper appreciation of the place I'm visiting.
Great job mentioning heritage sites, local markets, and landmarks. You could also add expressions like tourist attractions or cultural experiences, and try a relative clause for depth. I enjoy visiting tourist attractions that offer a genuine cultural experience. Nice. Moving on. Do you prefer traveling alone or with others? Do you prefer traveling alone or with others? Pause now and answer.
To be honest, I prefer traveling with a companion, especially on longer journeys. Sharing experiences makes the trip more memorable, and it's great having someone to split travel costs and navigate with. I find that traveling with a friend or family member creates a sense of comfort and security, especially in unfamiliar places. It's also more enjoyable to have someone to share meals with, take photos together, and reflect on the day's adventures. Of course, solo travel has its own charm, but I think having company adds warmth and laughter to the experience. In the end, it's those shared moments getting lost together, trying new foods, or laughing over small mistakes that become the best memories.
Nicely put. I heard traveling with a companion, journeys, trip, and split travel costs. For a little more, try solo traveler for contrast or travel buddy as a synonym. Here's an upgrade. Although traveling as a solo traveler can be rewarding, I usually prefer a travel buddy because we can share moments together. Excellent. Next question. What is your favorite means of transport when traveling? What is your favorite means of transport when traveling? Pause now and answer.
For me, trains are definitely the best way to travel. I love how you can simply sit back, relax, and watch the scenery change outside the window without worrying about check-in times or strict baggage rules like at the airport. The whole experience feels far more relaxed and scenic. You can stretch your legs, read a book, or even have a snack while the landscape rolls by. Another thing I enjoy is how train stations are usually right in the city center, so you save time and avoid the hassle of airport transfers. In general, train journeys have a nostalgic charm that long-haul flights just don't offer. They let you enjoy the journey itself, not just the destination.
Well done using trains, baggage, airport, and long-haul flights. You could add public transport or domestic travel, and maybe use a conditional. If I had to choose, I'd pick public transport like trains, since they're comfortable and scenic. Next up, how has travel changed compared to the past? How has travel changed compared to the past? Pause now and answer.
Travel has become much more accessible now, thanks to budget airlines and travel apps. It's easier to book accommodation and find travel tips online, and there's a bigger focus on ecotourism and sustainable options too.
Nice use of budget airlines, travel apps, accommodation, ecotourism, and sustainable options. For more, try travel trends or package holidays and use a contrast. Although travel in the past was exclusive, modern travel trends have made it more inclusive. On to the next. What are the advantages of traveling to other countries? What are the advantages of traveling to other countries? Pause now and answer.
Visiting other countries opens your mind to different cultures and perspectives. It helps you develop language skills, try unique local cuisine, and experience real cultural exchange. Plus, you build confidence by adapting to new environments.
Great job with local cuisine, cultural exchange, and adapting to new environments. You could also use international travel or explore new cultures. Try this. Upgrade. Traveling abroad gives you the chance to explore new cultures and broaden your horizons, which is invaluable. Nice moving forward. What problems can people face when traveling abroad? What problems can people face when traveling abroad? Pause now and answer.
People often deal with travel restrictions, language barriers, or issues at customs and border control. Delayed flights or lost luggage can also cause a lot of stress, especially if you're in a country where you don't speak the language.
Strong choices like travel restrictions, customs, border control, delayed flights, and lost luggage. You might add visa issues or travel insurance and use a conditional. If I lost my baggage abroad, having travel insurance would save a lot of trouble. Excellent. Next one. Do you think traveling is important for personal growth? Do you think traveling is important for personal growth? Pause now and answer.
Definitely. Traveling challenges you to step out of your comfort zone, learn new skills, and become more independent. Every trip teaches you something, whether it's navigating with a map or handling unexpected situations.
Nicely used. Comfort zone. Learn new skills. Every trip. Navigating with a map. You could add broaden your perspective or develop resilience and try relative clause. Traveling, which pushes you out of your comfort zone, helps you grow as a person. On to the next. How do you usually prepare for a trip? How do you usually prepare for a trip? Pause now and answer.
I start by creating an itinerary and making reservations for accommodation and transport. Then, I check my travel documents like my passport and visa and pack my luggage with the essentials. I also download travel apps for maps and translation.
Impressive. Creating an itinerary, reservations, accommodation, travel documents, passport, visa, and travel apps. For more, try boarding pass or budget planning. Here's an upgrade. After booking my flights, I always double-check my boarding pass and budget for the whole journey. Excellent. Next question. Do you prefer package tours or independent travel? Do you prefer package tours or independent travel? Pause now and answer.
I usually go for independent travel because I love the freedom to set my own schedule. I can explore off the beaten path, eat at local restaurants, and change plans if I want. Package holidays seem too restrictive for me.
Good call with independent travel, off the beaten path, package holidays, and local restaurants. You might use flexible itinerary or customized experience and maybe a contrast. While package tours offer convenience, independent travel gives me a more customized experience. Nice. Moving on. What kind of accommodation do you usually choose when you travel? What kind of accommodation do you usually choose when you travel? Pause now and answer.
Most of the time, I choose hostels or guest houses because they're affordable and great for meeting other travelers. Occasionally, if I want more comfort, I'll book a hotel or even try a homestay to get a local experience.
Loved your use of hostels, guest houses, hotel, and homestay. You could try bed and breakfast or campsite, and maybe use a conditional, if I had a bigger budget, I'd stay at a boutique resort for a special treat. Excellent. Next one. How do you decide where to go on your next holiday? How do you decide where to go on your next holiday? Pause now and answer.
I usually read travel blogs and watch travel vlogs to get inspiration. Sometimes, I pick destinations based on recommendations from friends or check out trending spots on travel apps. Budget and weather are big factors too.
Well done with travel blogs. travel vlogs, destinations, trending spots, and travel apps. You could also mention travel influencers or itinerary planning. For a grammar boost, try a relative clause. Destinations that offer unique activities often catch my attention. Let's keep going. Do you think tourism has more positive or negative effects on a country? Do you think tourism has more positive or negative effects on a country? Pause now and answer.
Tourism brings lots of positive effects like boosting the local economy and creating jobs, especially in the travel industry. But over-tourism can damage heritage sites and disrupt local life, so sustainable tourism is really important.
Great use of local economy, travel industry, over-tourism, heritage sites, and sustainable tourism. You could add cultural exchange or ecotourism. Upgrade with a contrast. Although tourism supports the local economy, it can also put strain on heritage sites if it's not managed responsibly. Time for our final question. How will travel change in the future? How will travel change in the future? Pause now and answer.
I think future travel will be shaped by new technology and more focus on sustainability. We'll probably see more eco-friendly transport, virtual travel experiences, and stricter safety measures at airports and borders.
Eco-friendly transport, virtual travel experiences, safety measures, airports, and borders were all great terms. Add digital travel apps or biometric check-in to show even more range. Try. As technology advances, digital travel apps and biometric check-in will make journeys smoother and safer. Let's wrap up with some upgrades. For a quick upgrade, try phrases like off the beaten path, cultural experience, and broaden your horizons. For pronunciation, stress the first syllable in travel. It's travel, not travel. If you want to keep the conversation going, you could ask the interviewer, what was your most memorable travel experience? Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
That's a great way to keep practicing. Hope these tips help, and don't forget to keep exploring both in English and in the world. Bye for now.